Get past YouTube, how's it going, everybody? Got for you guys today a really fun, good, close, frustrating PU battle that I had against one of my followers on Twitter. I think I know who this was against, but just to be on the safe side, whenever you see this, man, just leave a comment down below and I will make sure to add your channel link down in the description as well as your Twitter and all that shenanigery. Now, I kind of have something to announce for you guys, and to be honest, this is completely and entirely my fault. I was just still in the hype of being able to go to PAX and being excited to narrate for you guys yesterday, but it turns out that I actually have a major project due on Tuesday for one of my classes. And if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while now, you will know that I am a gigantic, humongous procrastinator. Like, I have not started on this major project and it's already due on Tuesday, which means Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I will not be uploading. I know some of you might be happy about this because you're gonna be like, oh, a break from Leo. Some of you might not be happy about this. Actually, if I do upload any of those days, it will most likely be like a showdown battle or something along those lines, but nothing like a Wi-Fi battle or like a long PS Live session like that. But yeah, just know that if I don't upload for the next couple of days, that is because I am trying to work and finish on this project that I had months to do, but just decided not to do it. Again, I know this is my fault, so hopefully you guys don't mind that, and you guys will welcome me when I do come back. I know I took a little bit of a break because of PAX, although I did upload. Anyways, I'm just rambling. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this battle, by all means, click that like button. It really would put a smile on my face. Now, looking at my opponent's team, going into this battle, the biggest threat I saw was actually going to be that Arbok, just because if I allow it to set up too many coils, it could sweep through my team. So I really have to watch out for that. So he's going to be leading off with the Pikachus. I'm going to be leading off with my Choice Spec Stunfisk. Right off the bat, I'm going to go for the Earth Power, as he actually ends up going for the Fake Out. Then he goes for the Knockoff, and I decided to switch up my moves to Sludge Wave on the off chance that he wanted to bring in his Torterra. Now, I had no idea that Pikachu could even learn Knockoff. Hell, I should just assume that everything learns Knockoff this generation because everything seems to carry it. So he's going to switch into his Arbok, predicting me to go for another Sludge Wave, and I actually predicted that, and I went for the Earth Power. As I get off a solid amount of damage, he's going to be able to outspeed me and knock me out with the Earthquake. Unfortunately, after the Choice Specs was knocked off of my Stunfisk, it really was not going to be too helpful to me, so I decided just to leave it in for Death Fodder. As I bring in my Carvanha, I'm going to go straight for the Crunch because I really have no reason not to. Oh, sorry, Waterfall. Technically, Waterfall and Crunch are the same base power and are both neutral to Torterra, so it didn't really matter. Sorry about that. But I go for the Waterfall. I then end up going for the Ice Fan because I'm thinking, alright, I'm Adamant, Life Orb. This is 4 times super effective. It's easily going to knock it out. No, it lives, but I get the 10% freeze, which was extremely lucky. Then again, he most likely would have gone for the Wood Hammer, which means the recoil damage would have knocked him out, so it would have been a double down as opposed to me knocking him out, although that freeze was really huge just because I still have my Carvanha and I could possibly save Carvanha to sweep later in the battle. Although you're going to see that he more than pays me back for that freeze on that Torterra. Trust me, just keep watching. So he's going to bring in the Relic Hand, and I'm thinking, okay, he's just going to go for the Head Smash. I can switch into my Clang, no problem. It does a solid 30% amount of damage. Now, this is a very defensively orientated Clang. That is because I am actually a Rest Talk variant. So I decided to go for the Gear Grind, predicting him to want to switch out, just trying to get off a little bit of damage on whatever he decides to bring in. As he brings in the Octillery, I leave in my Clang for Death Water, but I'm actually able to live the Water Spout as I get off a solid 15% amount of damage with the Gear Grind. So I decided to switch out into my Shelgon, knowing that I should be able to take a Water Spout. Even though Shelgon does not have the best special defense around, it still does resist Water Spout and is eviolated. So I'm able to easily take the hit considering the fact that he was not at full HP, and as I did say, I resisted. So I'm going to be able to take this opportunity to just go for the Wish, hopefully try to pass it off to my Clang so I won't be forced to rest up immediately. But because he brought in his Arbok, I'm fearing the fact that he could go for the Coil on my Protect, so I decided to go for the Roar. As I roar him out into the Pikachu, I am kind of fearing that he might have the Hidden Power Ice, So I decided to switch out into my Slugma just to see what he wanted to go for and scouting out to see if he did have the HPS, but he goes straight for the fake out. I don't get the flame body, which is fine because I am max defense, max HP, so I should be able to take any hit that he wants to go for, and then I should be able to get on my stealth rocks. So he goes for the volt tackle, and that does way too much damage to me. I do get the flame body hacks, but he ends up dying off to the recoil damage anyway, so that really does not matter. Luckily though, I don't get paralyzed, or fully paralyzed I should say, and I'm able to get on my stealth rocks. Although I guess I maybe could have gone for the recover, although that would have been really pointless just because he does have the Relicanth, which could have just come in and gone for the waterfall. As he brings in the Mr.Mime, at this point I really don't have any use for my Slugma, so I'm just going to leave it in for Death Fodder as he's able to knock me out with the Psyshock. And this Mr.Mime is actually kind of a problem just because I don't have anything on my team that can really take a hit from it or knock it out in one attack. So I bring in my Noctowl, and I'm hoping that he won't 2KO me with the Psyshock, but he ends up going for the Icy Wind. I'm not too sure why. I'm guessing maybe he thought that Icy Wind would do more damage than Psyshock. I mean, it is super effective, but Noctowl doesn't have the best physical defense around, and Psyshock does hit you on the physical side. So I can kind of understand where he's coming from, but just because the move is super effective, it is not always the better move to go for. And I'm going to be able to get off, I believe, 2 air slashes on this Mr.Mime, bringing him down to a point where after he goes for the final Icy Wind to knock me out, I'm going to be able to knock him out because of his Life Orb recoil damage, which is really nice because that means I no longer have to worry about the Mr.Mime. As he brings in the as he brings in the Relicanth on the double down, I bring in my Carvanha. Obviously, I don't want to take a head smash, so I'm going to switch right into my Shogun, hoping that it would not be a 2KO, and it only does about 48% as I'm able to live the second one. The next minute or so is going to be just really sped up because it's literally just Shogun staying in, taking hits for days from his Relicanth and his Arbok, which is really impressive because I really do want to use Shogun some more. But he actually gets really lucky and he hits just about every head smash and every gong shot that he goes for. So after wishing and protecting, he goes for the gong shot, he goes for another gong shot, he gets the poison axe, which I mean it was coming because it is 30%, so it's the same amount of Scald, and we all know that Scald burns just about every time, so I really shouldn't be too upset about it. Although at the time I was severely annoyed as he finally misses a gong shot. I'm going to be able to knock him out with the Dragon Claw. Unfortunately, at this point, my Shogun is basically useless to me, and this artillery is actually turning out to be a huge problem. So I leave in my Shogun, hoping and praying that he would go for the Ice Beam, because this way, I can now get a free switch into my Clang, hopefully live the Ice Beam, go for a rest, try to sleep talk a Gear Grind or a Shift Gear, and potentially just try to win with Clang, because his last 2 Pokemon at this point are this Artillery and his Relicanth, which Relicanth is only neutral to Gear Grind while Artillery resisted, but I still do have a chance to win this battle. So I go for my first Sleep Talk, pull the rest, it's fine, no big deal, and I'm just gonna go for another Sleep Talk, and I get unlucky again and I pull the second rest, which was a little bit frustrating just because I thought that I had actually lost right here, because it turns out that he has the Flamethrower, but as you can see there, it's barely like a 3KO, which means I still have a decently good chance to win this battle. So I'm gonna go for the Shift Gear. I'm a +2 speed, +1 attack. I'm gonna go for the Gear Grind, knowing that it's not a 1-hit KO. As long as he doesn't burn me or crit me with the Flamethrower, I should be able to knock him out with the next Gear Grind as he brings in the Relicanth. As long as I hit that Gear Grind, I should bring him down to a point where I can bring in my Carvanha and in return knock him out with the Waterfall or the Crunch. So I'm able to knock out the Artillery. His last Pokemon is this Relicanth. Here is the moment of truth if I win or lose. So I'm gonna go for the Gear Grind and I miss. I really wanted to break something, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. That was so frustrating. I thought that I had the battle won right there. I honestly thought that Clang was going to pull it through for me. I was going to win, but I end up missing, and he's going to end up winning with the very narrow 1-0 victory in his favor. Now, that was a very fun, very good, close, frustrating battle, as I said. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. As I said, guys, might not be uploading until the next Tuesday or Monday, depending on how things go and depending on how I work how much work I put into this project, because as I said, I really do want to do good on this. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind that. And with that, I will see you all soon, hopefully. So follow me on Twitter if you want to like be updated on like things that I'm doing and all that shenanigan. But yeah, if you missed any of my previous 2 uploads, they're playing on your screen right now, so make sure to go check them out. With that, guys, I will see you all soon. So later, everybody.